Pavy and I on the way back from Vegas, we had this argument in
Victorville, California.
In Victorville at a cafe rest stop, because Pavy questioned. Well, he said, because we were looking at like a question on Twitter, like a meme that was going around. It's like, take 2 players off of this list. And will you be able to tell the whole story of the NBA?
Story of the NBA.
Yeah, and I said no, not really. You couldn't do it, but the only person that I thought about that you could actually do it with was LeBron. And the reason why I say LeBron is because LeBron ain't really like won that much. And Pavy's like, and also wait a minute, LeBron also hasn't really revolutionized the game of basketball. And I'm going to go to my grave saying that he has never revolutionized the game of basketball. And the other guys on that list were Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Allen Iverson. I think Bron, out of all of those guys, is the one to go first. Easily.
I think Iverson's the one to go first.
No. AI changed the entire culture.
No, he changed the way it looked. But as far as that, like, if we just talking about on the court contributions, what did AI do?
No, I disagree with that. I don't think we have guards like Steph Curry. I don't think we have guards like Isaiah Thomas. I don't think we have the Kemba Walkers of the league without Allen Iverson. I'm sorry, we do not.
AI was not the first scoring guard.
We do not have. Well, he wasn't the first, but he was the first one of this generation to do it in the way that he did it, at that size. Playing that way, nobody thought that they would get a game versus the Lakers, and they got a game.
They lost every other game.
That's not the point.
I feel you, but
that's not the point. That's not the point.
I get what you're saying.
The man is 5'11".
That's dope.
What do you mean? You the main one talking about you like guards under 6'3". You don't pick them because they can't win you championship.
I wouldn't do the team with Allen Iverson. They got there once and then never made it anywhere close there again. That's why they traded him.
Yeah, but I don't think that was.
They lost in the first round.
But I don't think that was a sole function of Allen Iverson. I don't think that they ever played. Allen Iverson never played with an offensive talent nearly as good as Allen Iverson while he was in Philadelphia.
I agree with that.
When he went to Denver, it was cool, but AI was also a little bit over the hill, and Melo was Melo, so you're not gonna take the keys from Melo to give him to AI at that point in time. So it was kind of over. But I don't think like literally AI has never played with the offensive player to the level of a player that LeBron James played with, any offensive player ever.
I agree with that.
Ever. Except for Melo. But like I said, Melo, that was Melo's team when he went there. But when it was AI's team, he never had another offensive guard that was like a true offensive guard in Philadelphia. He never really had a true offensive wing, a true offensive power forward.
I agree.
He had Dikembe, but that was like, exactly, Dikembe not gonna get you buckets. But AI, to me, if we talking about small guards, I see AI in every small guard. I don't see LeBron in every small forward. I'm sorry, I don't. I see more KD in small forwards than I see LeBron. And even if you listen to a lot of these young guys, they'll tell you KD is their inspiration. I don't really hear a lot of young guys say like, "Yo, I wanted to grow up and be like Bron."
Because
other than Lonzo.
But you would hear that more from our era. Like, do you understand like how young some of these guys are? Like, you would hear it. Like, I was 16, I think, when KD got drafted. So obviously, if you like a John Wall type guy, like a Bradley Beal type guy, that's like kind of like in our age group, you're not gonna say KD's your inspiration because you didn't grow up off KD.
But you did though.
No, you didn't.
What do you mean? If you 16 and the man is a rookie, like come on, G.
That's not growing up off that man, bro.
What?
That's not, G. Look, listen.
I've grown up off KD and Steph.
No.
And I'm 28 years old. Yes. And actually, I've been grown up more off KD than I have Steph because I didn't watch KD play for the past decade.
Bro.
I didn't watch KD play before I could drink alcohol.
When Bron got drafted, we were all like 8, 9. Well, no, not 8. Wildin'. We were like 11, 12 years old. That's your childhood.
There ain't no we. You was.
How old was you?
I was a teenager when LeBron got drafted. Just like I was a teenager when Kevin Durant got drafted. So I couldn't drink.
03?
13.
Exactly. Yes, you still
I'm
in
11,
elementary
12
school.
years old.
You still elementary school. It's a huge difference from being 13.
It ain't that big of a difference.
It's a huge difference.
No, it's not.
Yes,
KD was a couple years later. No, it's not. I grew up off both of them.
Huge difference.
I grew up off both of them.
I didn't really my like childhood, as far as my childhood didn't surround itself around KD. I was like 16 when KD got drafted. Like I like Bron, it's to the point where I don't even remember Bron as a freshman, sophomore in high school at all because I was too young. We grew up off Bron. So if you talking to guys who was born in like 2000, yeah, they gonna say that. That's like me saying like even I didn't even really grow up off AI. I love AI. I didn't really grow up off AI. I don't remember the hell out his MVP season. I don't remember that shit. I remember the finals in a little bit, but I don't remember the MVP season.
Yeah, you don't, but I do. I remember.
You older than me.
You don't, but I do. I remember watching those games. I remember sitting there. I remember the commercial where it was like fall 7 times, get up 8 times.
I remember that.
I remember all of that stuff.
Look, G.
I remember all of it. Allen Iverson changed it. Allen Iverson made me want to watch basketball.
Yes, me too.
After
me
Mike,
too.
like Allen Iverson was the first guy that I genuinely watched basketball to see.
Yeah, no, yes. I 1000% feel. But I'm talking about as far as like we going back to. I remember Bron in high school. I don't remember AI in college. I don't remember AI.
What do you mean? He was in the news for throwing goddamn.
I was 4. I don't remember that. G.
Come on, bro.
I don't remember that man throwing chairs when I was 4, 5 years old. And look, I love AI. AI growing up was my favorite basketball player.
No, point is, we talking about players that if you could take them away from it and still not be able to tell them, you cannot take. Allen Iverson changed the culture of basketball and gave you these little ass guards that's running around, jacking up threes and going to the hole.
I don't think that's not all Allen Iverson. No,
I disagree with that.
I
disagree with that. Even these dudes wearing sleeves on their arm, they're not doing that without AI.
Yes, but look, I think that Steph is more of a product of Gilbert than he is AI.
And I think you're ridiculous.
Gilbert was doing Steph shit. AI was not like AI.
Gilbert was a bigger guard. That's not.
Gilbert was like 6'3". Gilbert wasn't that big.
Gilbert looked and played bigger than Steph Curry does.
That's not really true.
Yeah, what do you mean it's not really true?
No, it's not.
He did. He looked and had a bigger game than Steph.
Most of Gilbert's highlight plays are threes. Gilbert was the first one coming out.
Because Gilbert specifically said all these dudes standing out there dribbling the ball. We used to take 1 or 2 dribbles and then shoot the ball. Okay, so what? If you telling me if Gilbert not playing today, he not going ISO all day long?
What?
Gilbert.
I think Gilbert would.
He's not running up the court catching and shooting every time, bro.
I think Gilbert would play the same game that he played.
I don't see Steph and Gilbert. I don't see Gilbert Arenas and Steph.
Wild. Gilbert was the first one that I can remember taking threes from extremely long distances. Like, what the fuck you doing threes? It was Gilbert. Also, you gotta look at Chris Jackson.
None of them have. Come on.
He gave John Stockton 53. If you ask somebody who's 30 years old.
We talking about, the topic was take 2 players that revolution the game and take them off. The person you can easily make the argument about is LeBron James.
I don't think that.
It is.
And also, I think that you think we can easily make that argument because the story isn't over yet. He's still in the NBA. Like, you got to ask this question 5 years down the road. Also, you cannot discount. Bron was the first person to say, yo, you know what? I'm going to take my own future in my hands, and I'm going to do what I want to do, and you can't discount that.
No, he was not the first person. Him and Chris Bosh. LeBron James and Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was a superstar.
Okay.
Chris Bosh was an all-star. Chris Bosh was a franchise player for a perennially like top TV market in the world.
Chris Bosh did the decision.
Huh?
Excuse decision.
Like I said, don't excuse LeBron's classlessness.
That changed the NBA forever.
Don't excuse LeBron. Don't excuse LeBron.
That single moment not change.
No.
Lockout was half the reason because of that.
LeBron James and Chris Bosh going to Miami was the reason why all that happened, not because of the decision. Do not mistake LeBron's classlessness with him somehow shifting the landscape of the NBA. If Chris Bosh does not go to Miami, we are not talking about that situation in the same manner as we are right now. No, we are not. If it is just LeBron James and Dwayne Wade standing on that stage talking about not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, even though they only got 2, we are not talking about that moment. No, we not.
Bro.
Without Chris Bosh, the Heatles don't exist. Without Chris Bosh, you know what they calling them? They calling them Michael and Tito or something like that. They not calling them no goddamn Heatles. They not calling them the Heatles without Chris Bosh.
The magnitude of, you hadn't seen a player like LeBron switch teams like that in that manner ever. In that manner? Sure, Shaq got signed, but that's because they didn't want to offer the man the money.
So what? He left.
That's not like when Bron did it. Bron left.
Bron didn't like the owner. He can't leave.
Listen.
He didn't like the owner. He can't leave.
We gotta bring it back to circumstance. First of all, you play against Boston. You take your jersey off. It was rumors that whole time that Delonte was doing something with his mom. All of that happens. Hold on, man. All of that happens, you come down and you do the decision. You had never seen an NBA player take his own future in his hands that way. He created the super team era.
He didn't create jack. Him and Chris Bosh created the super team era.
Okay, look.
Stop acting as though Chris Bosh did not exist and that he was not a perennial all-star. I even argue that he wasn't. No way. I even argued you yesterday that he wasn't even a superstar. And you told me yes, bro. I'm sorry. You told me yes, Bosh was a superstar. So if you telling me Chris Bosh is a superstar, then
did nobody throw batteries at Chris Bosh when he left Toronto? G, like no. Literally, when
like I said, LeBron's classlessness, LeBron's classlessness and bad business is not. No, LeBron's classlessness for throwing a TV special is not the single-handed reason why the NBA changed. The NBA changed because Chris Bosh and LeBron James decided to go to Miami.
G.
If Chris Bosh does not go to Miami with LeBron, then we're not talking about the same thing. Even if LeBron would have went to Chicago and still had a decision, it's not the same thing.
Yes, it is.
It's not. If LeBron by himself would have went to Chicago and had the decision, it wouldn't have been the same thing. No, it wouldn't have been. No, it wouldn't. No, and you want to know? And you want to know the part about it that even makes the decision way much worse? Because I specifically remember that day, and that day, Stephen A. Smith reported early on in the day, like around 10 o'clock or around first take or whatever, that LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade were all going to team up in Miami. He said, as the day unfolds, you will be able to see more of it. I remember watching Around the Horn. They talking about it. I remember watching PTI when it finally became official, and and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh came on PTI together, sitting together, side by side on national television, saying that they are coming. That Chris Bosh was going to Miami to join Dwayne Wade. That was before LeBron even had the goddamn decision. So it was already building up to be a moment, and Chris Bosh not gonna be on PTI the day he signed a goddamn free agency deal with Miami. If he ain't that big of a goddamn deal, stop solely putting this on LeBron James. And if that's the only thing that you got on for LeBron to argue that NBA history would be able to be told without him, then it kind of proves the point that he is the first person that you take off that list.
I disagree with that.
Yes.
His story.
Who you remove him from?
AI?
No.
I'm taking out AI. The only thing I think personally, the only thing, and
LeBron not wearing a sleeve without AI. Therefore, we already know.
You don't know that.
He ain't wearing no goddamn sleeve. Wasn't nobody wearing no sleeves like that before AI.
So you saying the man influenced fashion in the NBA, and we talking about a man who literally a lockout was because of this man.
No, wait a minute.
And the man won 3 rings.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. You so much about winning. What did AI win?
Wait a second. I didn't just mention fashion. We just talked earlier about
I disagree with that.
Sally, and I disagree with you about you saying that LeBron getting on TV
Isaiah Thomas was a scoring guard. Wait. Isaiah Thomas was a scoring guard before AI.
As good as AI?
Yes.
Come on.
He averaged 22 and 14. Bro. Yes.
He didn't take as many shots. AI scored 30 points per game, bro.
G, I guarantee you.
As good as AI?
Yes.
You on dope.
I guarantee you if Isaiah Thomas, the old Isaiah Thomas, wanted to go out and give you 30 a night, he could.
Come on, bro.
If you ask anybody in the 80s, can Isaiah Thomas score?
He's not a better scorer than Allen Iverson. We don't even put Isaiah Thomas on any of our top scoring lists.
First of all, First of all, with analytics, AI is one of the players that people say is overrated because he was out there shooting like 39% from the field.
But people say the same thing about Russell Westbrook. What do you tell me about Russell Westbrook all the time?
I think they wildin'.
Okay, then.
So
don't bring that. Don't bring something to the table that you don't even believe.
What you mean?
You don't even believe in that argument. So why you bringing it to the table?
Because these are things that people are saying.
Come on, bro.
The man got 3G. LeBron got 4 MVPs. How you gonna take away 4 MVPs and 3 rings?
Easily.
How?
Easily.
How many people won 4 MVPs and 3 rings?
Easily. I can take it away easily.
Name
if we talking about versus the other guys, I can take it away.
How, G? The man won 4 MVPs and 3 rings. How you gonna tell the story? How you gonna tell the story of a league without a man who done won 4 MVPs and 3 rings and been in the finals 8 straight times? Literally, the finals would change every single year.
No, you want to tell a story?
How?
Literally, how I tell the story is the Spurs lost a championship when they shouldn't have to a really good team. The Warriors went and they lost.
What about MVPs?
Huh?
What about MVPs?
Who gives a fuck about them goddamn MVPs?
Who cares about MVPs? So sometimes MVPs don't matter?
No, they do matter, but like, come on, bro.
What's the fuck you mean?
We talking about look at the other 8 guys on the list. Okay, fine. AI, you got to remove 2 guys. Okay, fine. So your first guy's AI. Who's next?
In that case, probably Bron.
Exactly. So stop, man.
But listen, wait.
Stop trying to act like LeBron, revolution. LeBron never revolutionized.
Wait. But the reason why I'm saying that right now is because the story isn't finished. If you'd asked me this, hold on, pause. If you'd asked me this question in 2011 or 2010 or 09, I might have told you Kobe. The Bron story ain't finished. I don't know what the man gonna do the next 4 years. The man's story ain't finished. That's also why the question is kind of an unfair question. His story is not fully written yet. It's not finished. It's not finished.
I agree, it's not finished. But if I'm cool with AI being one of the two to take off that list, because obviously
you can't take Kobe off. You can't take Bill Russell.
He's one of those guys. AI is one of those guys. But if you argue me, who I'm taking off that list, one is Bron, two is AI.
Right now, yeah.
Because AI changed the way everybody will forever look at the game of basketball from a cultural standpoint. LeBron has not done that. And you can argue me whatever you want to say. Culturally, basketball became the thing that it is culturally because of Allen Iverson. Even these goddamn rappers running around with tattoos all over themselves is because of Allen Iverson.
It's not really true.
Come on, bro.
Not rappers running around.
Come on, bro. Even these rappers running around dropping mixtapes, albums. Oh, and don't get me wrong. Shaq was doing. No, wait a minute.
They had a whole NBA. They had a whole NBA album in like 1994.
Shaq was doing it. But AI was the first person to actually get in trouble for making rap music.
They had
Five not dropping them tapes like he dropping them. If AI don't come out with that shit, AI literally changed the entire culture of the NBA.
They had a whole NBA album of rappers. Like literally, Jason Kidd had a song, GP had a song, Shut Us About.
I don't want to hear no hip.
All of them had a song.
Hip it to the hip.
It wasn't that.
None of that.
It literally wasn't that.
No, we not talking.
GP had a Bay Area song. G.
Look,
you're wild.
Come on.
He was not the first rapper to rap. I feel what you're saying.
I didn't say AI. No, I did not. Did I say he was the first person to rap?
You saying that he was the first person to like make gangster music and still play in the NBA? Yes.
Okay then.
Yes, I agree.
Changed culture.
Yes.
The whole landscape of it. The whole landscape of it. The entire culture of it.
Yes, but I still think you could have the NBA now without AI.
I still think you had an NBA now without LeBron. I'm sorry, I do. I just do.
I don't think KD makes that move to go to the Warriors without Bron.
And Chris Bosh.
Fine, but okay, whatever. But Bron is completely different. Like you said, Bron's classicness about the decision
is the most memorable thing he's ever done, and it's kind of sad.
It's not the most memorable thing he's ever done. No, it's not.
Come on.
It's not the memorable thing.
The decision. What's the most memorable thing LeBron ever did?
I think Bron went in. I think
actually. Okay. Wait a minute.
The block.
After the block. Before the block, what was the most memorable thing LeBron had ever done?
Probably the decision.
Exactly. So after the block, now what's the most important or the biggest thing LeBron has ever done?
Going to the Lakers. I'm dead ass serious. LeBron and Lakers.
That's bigger than the decision.
Yeah.
You just literally say LeBron revolutionized the game of basketball from the decision.
Yeah.
But him going to the Lakers is bigger than him revolutionizing the game of basketball.
Yes.
Him going to a team that won 35 games last year.
The Lakers. LeBron James went to the Lakers, and I don't think that we will understand how big that is until he steps on the court in a Lakers uniform, which is why I still say it hasn't set in. LeBron James took his talents to the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes. And if he wins a ring as a Laker, that'll probably be the biggest thing he's ever done in his career. LeBron's story is not finished. But right now, if looking at that list, I would say AI won and then Bron second, but that's because Bron's story is not finished.